Good evening, Bremen, Hannover event evening. It's Sunday evening. This time I learned from my past experiences. I'm doing the lower airspace center in the south of our region, which means, for your information, up there is Bremen, up here is Hamburg, this is Hannover down here. So this is my sector this time, up to flight level 245 only. I've got an upper controller Maastricht radar today to help me with all the en route traffic above me, so I don't have to do that. Last time I did the stream on a Sunday and it was a little bit much traffic to really be comfortable with it. So I thought this time I'm doing lower center only to have all the inbound event traffic, if there is any. We will see. We've got some audio issues on Vatsim in the last days, and also today, like 30 minutes ago, we had some audio issues. Hopefully, now everything seems to be working. Space Colors, moin. During 6 Papa Hotel, Monitor Advisory 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, 6 Papa Hotel, tschüss.
As always, if you see anything you would like to ask, or if you have questions on Vatsim, anyhow, if you're watching this video afterwards as a video on demand, just write a comment. Other than that, just write in the chat. Oh, my webcam is a little bit. Where's my webcam? Let's try to get the chat a little bit above my head. Otherwise it looks stupid. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Good evening, Donalds. Moin. The first inbound wave to Braunschweig. I never thought about that. 3 airplanes flying to Braunschweig. That's a new one. Which facility is this? This is center. Bremen Center, Bremen Radar, in the north of Germany, but the southern part. We go up here and show you the coastline.
Bravo, Charlie X-Ray, leveling off 250 inbound Saarstedt.
Bravo, Charlie X-Ray, Bremen Radar, identified. Continue descent to flight level 110.
Descend to flight level 110, Delta, Charlie X-Ray.
And I just need to check. No, there's no center online at Langen. And not online here. So I let him descend here already. Not trying to zoom and pan that much. Maybe I'm able to hold that position. I'm working a lot more on my behavior of fidgeting around, of scrolling and zooming and all that stuff. I've got an help screen outside of this, a second screen with a bigger overview where I can look up to the Danish airspace and south up to Frankfurt just for an overview. But yeah, usually this should be enough. To be honest, if you don't top down, you don't need to zoom and pan. That's correct, but usually you just start it anyway. It's a behavior problem. And yes, today I don't have to do any top down. Because Hanover is completely occupied and Kassel Tower is even online. So actually I do not have to do any top down. Also, your sector is tiny. I don't know if you think. It depends. It depends on the traffic amount. I mean, the center traffic, the center regions in Germany are heavily sectorized by now, because otherwise we are not able to handle the traffic if traffic breaks up. So, for example, controllers in the state control like completely Germany or Northwest Europe as one center position, but they only have the same traffic as I have in today's evening session. So that's the comparison there.
More November Boundary Yankee Sierra in Bonza Arstedt, passing 268, line descending 250.
November 13 Yankee Sierra Bremen radar identified. Expect further descent in 1 minute.
Roger that.
Yannick, moin. Lisa. How many movements are you expecting tonight? I don't know. I never count them. Maybe a couple hundreds? I don't know.
Hello, this is German Cargo 344 Heavy. Flight level 225, descending currently 110 over Xarol.
German Cargo 344 Bremen radar, hello, squawk 1000.
344 with squawk 1000.
Allenben, hi. Delta Bravo Charlie X-Ray Contact. Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490, bye-bye.
119er, decimal 490, Delta Charlie X-Ray, ciao.
German Cargo 344, identified, descent flight level 110. Proceed direct Rubeck.
Direct Rubeck, flight level 110, German Cargo 344. Bremen Radar, guten Abend, November 221 Juliet Sierra, over Oktober, passing flight level 260, descent 250.
November 221 Juliet Sierra, Bremen Radar, moin identified. On conversion, reduce speed to 50 knots for separation.
Speed 250 knots, November Juliet Sierra.
November 13 Yankee Sierra, descent to flight level 110, speed 270 knots or greater.
November 13 Yankee Sierra, descending 110, speed 270 knots or greater. November Juliet Sierra, request descent.
November 221 Juliet Sierra, descent to flight level 110.
Descending flight level 110, November Juliet Sierra, danke.
Okay, looking. That's the wrong one. It's 09er. Ah. Looking for a direct to request. There it is. What station? I'm on Harz. That's the lower sector in EBG South. And a colleague of me is doing Maastricht Zolling over me. So we've covered both stations, upper and lower today. Nizzly, hi. Yes, it's the old S center. Now Harz. HRZ. Great caller, how long is your Lila line? Usually 1 minute.
Coordination accepted.
German Cargo 344, descent to flight level 100.
Descent to level 100, German Cargo 344.
So I requested flight level 100 now, even though 110 is my transfer level because of the crossing targets here. It's easier in that case. So we can descend to 100 already. We don't even have to watch that. German Cargo 344, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490, bye bye.
490, German Cargo 344, viel Spaß noch, ciao.
Danke. November 13, Yankee Sierra, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490, bye bye.
490, November 13, Yankee Sierra, tschüss.
Wollt ihr den direkt nicht machen, oder? Ah. Where can you see the frequency the airplanes should call? Where can you see the frequency? You mean, where can I see where I have to hand off them, or what do you mean? Usually I know the frequency and I can see it in the tag in the next station. If it's correctly, if the correctly prediction is working in the Euroscope. Greetings from Ukraine. Yeah, greetings to you. Hope everything is as good as it's possible right now in your position.
Radar, guten Abend, Lufthansa 353, Level 250, inbound Delta Whiskey 411.
Lufthansa 353, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Descent to flight level 210.
Descending level 210, Lufthansa 353.
Looking there if Amsterdam is online. No. Easy 39er monitor advisory 122.8, bye bye.
Roger, advisory for EC 39, bye bye.
November 221 Juliet Sierra, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
490, November Juliet Delta, ciao.
I've heard you in Frankfurt as an approach, I think, 2 weeks ago. Yes, that's correct. It was on a Sunday morning, I think. At least that's the last session I remember. Frankfurt, always crazy traffic. And I'm old. That's a combination? Oh yeah, I remember. And there is no ILS Zulu, isn't it? I'm not used to all the Frankfurt stuff yet. I'm just a guest visitor there. Because I'm from the north of Germany. I'm Bremen 4 member. So these are my airports here. Hamburg is my home base. So Frankfurt is a fun location for me, but I'm not a local. Actually, in real life, I'm living closer to Frankfurt than to Hamburg, but yeah, okay. Solling hat?
Bremen, moin, Delta, Commander for Romeo.
Bremen, moin, Eurowings 2031, passing flight level 53, climbing flight level 100.
Eurowings 2031, Bremen Radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230, Eurowings 2031.
Lufthansa 41 Papa geht jetzt nach München, den siehst du gerade nicht, aber expect climb unten in der südöstlich. Lufthansa 41 Papa, contact München Radar 133, decimal 230, bye bye. Lufthansa 41 Papa, contact München Radar 133, decimal 230.
133, decimal 230.
München, Ryder, Lufthansa, V1 Papa.
Delta Echo, Mike Alpha Romeo, Bremen-Räder, moin.
Delta Echo Mike Alpha Romeo, Papa 28 Bravo, one person on board. On the way to Hamburg via Bremen, request FIS.
Delta Echo Mike Alpha Romeo, Roger, Mode Charlie, please.
Sorry?
Delta Echo Mike Alpha Romeo QNH Hannover 1012, as well as Bremen, no reported traffic in your vicinity.
No traffic in QNH, Bremen, Hannover 1012.
I think I did it. Opa. Übrigens 2031, turn left heading 130 for separation.
Left heading 130, Eurowings 2031.
Not really paying attention. Not good. Jim Air Force 230, proceed direct Robeck.
Direct Robeck, correction Robeck, German Air Force 230.
Steven, guten Abend, Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel, descending 240 level at Elnat.
Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel, Bremen-Räder moin identified, proceed direct Robeck.
Direct Robeck, Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel.
Ja, Solingen Harz nochmal. Die Hannover Inbounds aus dem Westen gerne so früh wie möglich, so schnell wie möglich runter, ne? 09er. Sehr gut. Hast du Neuland online? Okay. Da darfst du auch Extended reinmachen. I know. Ich spaß ja nur rum. Delta Alpha Yankee Lima Alpha Contact Bremen-Räder 124.8. Expedite Descent.
Bremen-Räder 1248, expediting descent, Delta Lima Alpha, ciao, ciao.
Übrigens 2031, proceed direkt Natsu.
Correct Natsu, Eurowings 2031.
Eieiei. So, low traffic, but complex traffic because of audio issues and all that stuff. So, yeah. Thankfully, it's not that much.
490
Ocean 414, Bremen-Räder moin identified. Proceed direct Marweg. Climb to flight level 240.
Climb to level 240 direct Marbeck, Ocean 414.
Hannover für Harz. Wenn du die Wachsef Departures hast, kannst du die versuchen, möglichst nicht über Nienburg fliegen zu lassen, sondern vorher irgendwie direkt wegzudrehen. Ja, ist okay. Nee, alles gut, nur dass du das so... Genau, weil das hilft mir, weil ich muss Nienburg frei halten. Das wird nachher eng. Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel, Descent Flight Level 110.
Descending flight level 110, Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel.
Aye. Way too high. Way too high. Not sure what to do with that. German Air Force 230, rate of descent 2,500 feet per minute or greater.
Descent 2,500 feet or greater, German Air Force 230.
Bremen Radio Academy, Speedbird 928, descending through 2902 for 250.
Speedbird 928, Bremen Radar, Moin identified, descent to flight level 110, expedite descent.
110, expediting Speedbird 928.
German Air Force 230, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490, bye bye.
119 decimal 490, thanks, goodbye, German Air Force 230.
Dylan, hi, guten Abend. Yeah, so this will be a problem here with the Bremen outbound. I guess I will have to vectorize there.
Bremen 9, Brahms 13 Victor, level 252.
Brahms 13 Victor, Bremen Radar identified, descent to flight level 110.
110, Brahms 13 Victor.
Ocean 414, contact Maastricht Radar 134, decimal 710.
134710, Ocean 414, thank you, good night.
Bremen Radar 9, übrigens 4 X-Ray Bravo, passing level 050 for 100, inbound Wimkey.
Übrigens 4 X-Ray Bravo, Bremen Radar, Moin identified, climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, übrigens 4 X-Ray Bravo.
Actually, übrigens 4 X-Ray Bravo, climb to flight level 230, final course level.
Climb flight level 230 for final Lufthansa, correction, übrigens 4 X-Ray Bravo.
Bremen Radar, Moin, Condor 379er, flight level 260, descending flight level 240.
Condor 379er, Bremen Radar, Moin identified, descent to flight level 200.
Descending flight level 200, Condor 379er.
Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490, bye bye.
Bremen Radar 119er, 490, Lufthansa 2 Victor Hotel.
Wir haben jetzt ganz viele neue Sektoren da, ne? Pixar, hi. Ja. Harz, ja. Ich weiß, ja. Speedbird 928, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
119, 490, Speedbird 928, thank you, bye-bye.
So they will pass each other, no problem.
Bremen 9, Eurowings 2 Papa Kilo, passing flight
This
level
one that might be
62,
a
climbing
problem.
flight level 100, inbound Opgat.
Übrigens 2 Papa Kilo, Bremen Radar 9 identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230, Eurowings 2 Papa Kilo.
And this one will cross all of them as well. That's why I will give him a direct. And the next text, yeah. Ooh, need to concentrate a little bit. This area is problematic at Sundays. That's why I only wanted to do lower airspace. Because I need to concentrate a lot more than just en route traffic saying hello and bye. Actively need to change some of the routes or rates or speeds or whatever.
Bremen 1 Lufthansa 5 Papa, passing level 272 for level 250.
Lufthansa 5 Papa, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411, descend to flight level 190.
Descending level 190 and direct Delta Whiskey 411 Lufthansa 5 Papa.
So they will cross approximately at this point here. So I need to watch out the rates, but their space should be enough for them to separate by altitude.
Radar North 5427 Yankee climbing to flight level 100 inbound Hopguard.
North flight 427 Yankee, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230 North flight 427 Yankee.
Yeah, waiting for the directs because of all the crossing traffic here. So one sent the U-rings to Bergso at a direct. They're waiting just a little bit. Brothers 13 Victor, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
19490, Brothers 13 Victor, ciao.
Uh, 2000 in what? Let's see. In 5 minutes. 5 minutes at 2000 is 240. Lufthansa. Yeah, he just needs to descend a little bit faster. Lufthansa 5 Papa, rate of descent 2500 feet per minute or greater. Descent to flight level 110.
Descending level 110 with 2500 feet per minute or greater. Lufthansa 5 Papa.
Wow. Übrigens, du Papa Kilo, proceed direkt Bergso.
Direkt Bergso, übrigens 2 Papa Kilo, dankeschön.
This is easing up this situation here. Übrigens 2031, contact Langenräder 133, decimal 815 vorbei.
133815, übrigens 2031, tschüss.
Bremen Radar North 5427 Yankee, request for higher flight level, preferred 300.
5427 Yankee. Yeah, Roger. Stand by. So text now. Not 5427 Yankee, for now climb flight level 230. I will transfer you to Maastricht.
For now 230 and checked North 5427 Yankee.
Condor 379er, descend to flight level 140.
Sending flight level 140, Condor 379er.
So that's why he got a raid. So now he's descending below the other traffic.
Bremen, good
Which is
Abend,
close, but
climbing
safe for now.
to 5000 for flight level 170.
Brings 22 Mike, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Jungs, to make.
So now he's
Bremen to Turkish 211.
he's conflicting with the next one. Turkish 211, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Climb to flight level 110.
Flight level 110, 219.
Übrigens, 2 Papa Kilo, Contact Maastricht Radar 134, decimal 710, bye-bye.
134710, übrigens, 2 Papa Kilo, Dankeschön, Abend.
No Fly 427 Yankee, Contact Maastricht Radar 134, decimal 710.
Contact Maastricht Radar und 134, decimal 710, No Fly 427 Yankee, Dankeschön, Abend.
Hey. Look at that. It's like 8 airplanes, and I need to concentrate all the time because they're all crossing.
Romeo level 240, inbound Xarol.
Lufthansa 4, Mike Romeo, Bremen Radar, Moin identified. He needs to climb a little bit better. Always calculating.
Deco Mike Alpha Romeo, request to leave the frequency.
Deco Mike Alpha Romeo, approved to leave. Tschüss.
Approved to leave, danke. Schönen Abend noch, ciao.
You are on FIS and switch on his own. There was nothing to report at VFR in that area.
Lufthansa 1 Mike Hotel, radio check.
Lufthansa 1 Mike Hotel, Bremen Radar, Radio 5.
Okay, da war eben ein Problem mit dem Audio-Server, glaube ich, danke.
Ja, wir alle. Condor 379er, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Proceeding direct Delta Whiskey 411, Condor 379er.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, direct Delta Whiskey 411.
So his voice again, that's nice. Friesland Harz. Du machst mit dem Hannover selber klar, ob du die da weiter sinken lassen kannst, ne? Ich gebe dir die einfach nur rüber. Lufthansa 5 Papa, Contact Bremen Radar 124, decimal 8, bye-bye.
Bremen 124, Lufthansa 5, Papa, ciao, ciao.
Everything working, no one dying. Sauber, hey. Yeah, center. Yeah, and it's even a complex center today. It's lower airspace only, but it's a lot of traffic outbound, inbound in these two axes, and they're usually all crossing today because we have an event in Bremen and Hannover. So yeah, really need to watch out and calculate a lot. It's math after all. Lufthansa 1 Mike Hotel, contact Langenräder 133, decimal 815.
Langen on 133, decimal 815, Lufthansa 1 Mike, thank you.
Übrigens, 2 Mike, proceed direkt Halme.
Sehr geehrter Mike.
Übrigens, 2 Mike, proceed direkt Halme.
Direkt Halme, übrigens Mike.
Bremen Radar, Lufthansa 5 Kilo X-Ray, passing flight level 80, climbing flight level 1JJ.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo X-Ray, Bremen Radar, Moin identified, climb to flight level 170.
Climbing flight level 170, climb to flight. And Bremen, Turkish 211, could you confirm the assigned altitude again?
Yeah, Turkish 211, there was a lot of crossing traffic. Now climb to flight level 230.
230, just make sure. Not that I misheard 210 instead of 110, but up to 230 now 200.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, descent to flight level 110.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, down to flight level 110.
Coordination accepted.
Is checking something about merging.
Commander Lufthansa 2 Kilo X-ray requesting direct row bar.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo X-ray, proceed direct Natsu.
Proceeding direct not to Lufthansa 2 Kilo X-ray.
Payment Transavia 25 Lima, hello, passing level 250, descending 190.
Transavia 25 Lima, Bremen radar monitor identified. Continue descent to flight level 110.
Continue descending
So,
level 110.
45, 42. I will let him fly some more miles on this, so we can sequence him 1, 2, and 3. And then he will get the direct. Because if I give him a direct now onto Delta Whiskey 411, in that case, he has a problem that Isla needs to separate them again. Übrigens, 2 Mike, contact Langenräder 136.480.
Over to 136.480, you're to Mike, danke, ciao.
Condor 379, descent to flight level 110.
Descending flight level 110, Condor 379.
Looking good right now. I'm still
Bremen
concentrating.
Radar, einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Wings 2 Lima Oscar, flight level 183, descending 150 to be leveled at EDDW.
Übrigens, 2 Lima Oscar, Bremen Radar Moin identified, descent to flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Wings 2 Lima Oscar.
Condor 379, contact Bremen Radar 124.8.
Contacting Bremen Radar 124.8, Condor 379, danke, Flotzen, ciao.
Turkish 211, contact Langenräder 133.815. Turkish 211, contact Langenräder 133.815.
Langen 33815, sorry, I had the video open in that moment.
Übrigens 4 X-Ray Bravo, contact Langenräder 133.815, vorbei.
Contact Langen on 133.815, Condor correction, your wings 4 X-ray Bravo, ciao.
Transavia 25 Lima, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Mike Delta Whiskey 411, Transavia 25 Lima.
Bremen Radar, Rescue 41, guten Abend.
Rescue 41, Bremen Radar Moin.
Rescue 41, EC45 Helicopter Military on a primary mission now to Wickelburg Airways.
Rescue 41, Roger, no reported traffic in your vicinity. QNH Kassel 1010.
QNH Kassel 1010, Rescue 41.
Transavia 25 Lima, contact Bremen Radar 124.8, vorbei. Transavia 25 Lima, contact Bremen Radar 124.8. Hello? Voice crashed again or what? Transavia 25 Lima, Bremen Radar. Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, radio check.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, radio 5.
Okay, so Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, contact Bremen Radar 124.8.
Lufthansa 4 Mike Romeo, Bremen Radar 124.8. Bye bye.
Transavia 25 Lima, Bremen Radar. Maybe he switched without telling me. He's on 125-100. Wow.
Good evening, Easy 47 Delta, climbing flight level 200.
Easy 47 Delta, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Easy 47 Delta.
Was wondering about 230 there. So Pirot, he wants to do 370. Übrigens, to Lima Oscar, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
Bremen Radar 119.490, your wings to Lima Oscar, vielen Dank, gute Nacht.
Interesting. Might have some voice errors again, I'm not sure. Handoffs take way more time than the usual. That's usually a sign for that. But yeah. Actually, I took all my problems and sent it to the next. That's how controlling works. An Easy 47 Delta, contact... actually... Yeah, contact Maastricht Radar 134.710.
134.710, Easy 47 Delta. Unterschrift.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo X-Ray, contact Langenräder 133.815.
133.815, thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh well, if you're skilled, you send problems to the next controller. Needs to think about find them. Yeah.
Bremen, hello, Lufthansa 1 Sierra Charlie, flight level 80, climbing 100.
Lufthansa 1 Sierra Charlie, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Proceed direct Warburg, Whiskey Romeo Bravo, climb to flight level 210.
Flight level 210 and direct Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Lufthansa 1 Sierra Charlie.
So no inbounds right now in this area, and just get him directly to the point here. Yeah, nice. So it looks like there was one wave now into the airport. Now we've got time to settle that out, and then the next inbound wave will come, I guess. That's okay. I like it's nevertheless, it's complex traffic today because of the climbs and descents all in the same area. But nevertheless, I like that it's not so much traffic, really. I don't have to do an overload every time I'm going through. In that case, I can watch the chat. Get something to drink. Just have fun controlling. So Fabian, watching me, aren't you controlling? No. You're mentoring today, don't you? I didn't look in the list right now. Ah nee, Tobias macht heute. Tobias macht Approach. I see, I see. You're doing nothing today, yeah. But you excel in that, huh? Don't you? Why are you... Oh, okay. Euroscope is already giving a warning about a climb out of Frankfurt. That's why I was wondering. It's below my screen. I just looked in the overview. There's a traffic flying to Hanover, which we crossed them, but shouldn't be a problem. Was? This screen is simulation of actual ATC terminals? Yes, it is. Or custom sim layout now. It's the best we can do with all the information we have. It's a copy of the real-life ATC screen you see. Sometimes if you watch streams, you see, for example, in Germany, you see ATC screens which are white with gray and other colors. That's the other profile, which is used in Langen, München. The daylight one, while we in the north of Germany still use the older night version. But yeah, if you see ATC screens from real life, they're looking white the same, which is pretty cool. And also the tools. The tools we're using, it's called Top Sky. They're using that in real world as well. So as real as it gets. So 1 Sierra Charlie, continue climb flight level 230. He's got 230 in his flight plan. So you know plane submitted flight plan? Yes, of course. Otherwise we couldn't work with it. That's what IFR controlling means. I mean, you need to send a flight plan. You need to have a distinguished squawk, and we can correlate and have all the flight plan data and all that stuff. So that's like this. I can watch his route to Stuttgart, and I know his route. This is his flight plan with his filed route, which was cleared in Hanover for him, so you can fly it. Everything there I need. It's not a guessing game. So next inbounds from the south to Hanover are transferring at flight level 200 and 220, which is nice because I'm climbing him at 230. So it's no work for the other controllers to separate in that case. So much easier. You look out for the predicted traffic. Yeah, so everyone who needs to descend needs to be on the lower level in that case. It's no work at all.
Bremen Radar, schönen guten Abend, Scandinavian 669er, inbound EDDW.
Scandinavian 669er, Bremen Radar, moin, identified, descent to flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Scandinavian 669er.
Night VFAR, okay. Kassel, nice. This looks interesting.
Bremen, grüß dich, Tweeted 133 at 200.
Tweeted 133, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Expect descent in 4 minutes.
Watch out, Tweeted 133.
Lufthansa 1 Sierra Charlie, contact Langenräder 133, decimal 815, bye-bye.
133-815, Lufthansa 1 Sierra Charlie, bye-bye.
Oh, this looks interesting there. Close call to the VFR.
Radar, hello, Lufthansa 102, climbing flight level 100, inbound Sierra Alpha Sierra.
So 102 Bremen Radar 1 identified. Climb to flight level 230, final cruise level.
Climb flight level 230, Lufthansa 102.
Okay. I see. Now he can climb. Yeah, that makes sense. Copenhagen muss da descenden. Patrick, request is request.
Bremen, German Air Force 404, passing flight level 90, climb flight level 100.
German Air Force 404, Bremen Radar 1 identified, climb to flight level 230.
Flight level 230, German Air Force 404.
Scandinavian 669er, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
Bremen Radar 119er, 490, Scandinavian 669er, schönen Abend noch.
Jet 133, proceed direct Robeck.
Direkt Robeck, Jet 133.
German Air Force will turn in this way. No worries with that. And he will be behind the Lufthansa. It's an A400 anyway. I hear them in real life all the time. So 1 X-ray Charlie, Bremen Radar identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climbing flight level 190, Lufthansa 1 X-ray Charlie.
This will be interesting. I need to send him down because of the crossing traffic here. Yeah, they're all coming in that route. Ay, ay, ay. That's the specialty of Sundays. A lot of more traffic than in real life in that case. Because this area here is not planned, and the concept is not of a high traffic area there. Because usually in Bremen they're not flying that many planes per day, and even though in Hanover also not that much of a traffic flow.
Bremen, rescue for 1.
Rescue for 1, go ahead.
Is there an active runway at Bückeburg Airways?
Rescue for 1, yes, contact Hannover at 119.490. Bye-bye.
119.490, rescue 4, danke dir, ciao.
Jet 133, descend to flight level 110.
Descending 110, Jet 133.
Radar, hallo, Jet 3 Lima Charlie, Flight Level 220.
Jet 3 Lima Charlie, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Proceed direkt Robeck.
Direkt Robeck, Jet 3 Lima Charlie.
So that for route, that's crazy. German Cargo 447, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Descend to flight level 110. German Cargo 447 for sequencing, turn left heading 300.
For German Cargo 447.
German Cargo 447, turn left heading 300.
Left heading 300, German Cargo 447.
Jet 3 Lima Charlie, descend to flight level 110.
Sending flight level 110 to Jet 3 Lima Charlie.
They need to turn now and descend. So these two don't clash in any way. Yes, they're flying the same route, even if they are too close together. The one is flying to Frankfurt and will stay lower than the German Air Force. So no worries with that. But I need to work this out.
Bremen Radar, hello, wings 2 Alpha Papa, passing 902 100.
Wings 2 Alpha Papa, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Climb to flight level 240.
Climbing flight level 240, wings 2 Alpha Papa.
Jet 133, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
Radar, 490, Jet 133, haben wir.
Lufthansa 102, contact Langenräder 133.815, bye-bye. Is it harder to become center controller or tower ground controller? You need to become all of that. And it's... Actually, it's not harder, because you learned a lot. Lufthansa 624, Quatsch, Bremenräder, moin, identified. I always want to say Langenräder, why is that? Everything is Langenräder in Germany. You will always learn bottom to top, because you always have to provide top-down service. So you learn ground and tower first, then a TMA controller approach, and then center controller.
Coordination request.
In the end, center controller is nothing new as an approach controller, just more. More! Wings 2 Alpha Papa, proceed direkt Halme.
Direkt Halme, Wings 2 Alpha Papa.
German Cargo 447 for separation, reduce speed 250 knots.
Separation speed 250 knots, German Cargo 447.
Jet 3 Lima Charlie, contact Bremen Radar 119.490, bye-bye.
119.490, Jet 3 Lima Charlie, goodbye. Bremen Radar, good evening, Air Child 6508, passing flight level 86, climbing 100.
Air Child 6508, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb level 230, Air Child 6508.
Yeah, look at that. This is going to be interesting. I didn't see this one. He needs to stay at 240 above all the other traffic and then descend later on.
Link 6 Lima, flight level 240, inbound Vera.
Viewlink 6 Lima, Bremen Radar Moin identified. For separation and sequencing, turn left heading 290.
For separation 290, Link 6 Lima.
Hannover Harz. German Cargo 447, turn right heading 010.
Right heading 010, German Cargo 447.
German Air Force 404, contact Langen Radar 133, decimal 815.
133, 815, German Air Force 404, danke, ciao.
Ja, du kriegst jetzt ein paar Flieger auch mal auf Vektor. Ich resequenz die gerade, dass du eine Kette kriegst. Gut. German Cargo 447, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
German Cargo 447.
Das ist das 624, proceed direct Robeck, descend to flight level 110.
Direct Robeck, descending flight level 110, Lufthansa 624.
Lufthansa 1 X-Ray Charlie, contact Langen Radar 133, decimal 815.
133, 815, ciao, Lufthansa 1 X-Ray Charlie.
I'm pretty sure they're unassumed tracks. What do you mean? What are the grade out planes? Do they have different controllers? Yes, they have different controllers. They are not in my airspace.
Spielberg 6366 with you at 10,000 feet.
We are like 6 controllers here in my center region area here. So it's only my airspace. Otherwise it would be too much. Speedbird 6366, Bremen Radar identified. Climb to flight level 230.
230 for 6366.
Not sure where he's heading. 260? I said 280, but doesn't matter. Looks better anyway. A better sequence. Übrigens 2 Alpha Papa contact Langen Radar 136 decimal 480.
136 480, übrigens 12 Papa schöner macht, oder?
So gray means not concerned for me. They will not enter my airspace, planned or unplanned, so I can ignore them. They're in the different layer of airspace. Today I'm only doing the lower airspace in the south of our northern region. Sounds complicated, but that's what it is. Building 6 Lima, turn right heading 360.
Right 360, Welling 6 Lima.
I'm Building 6 Lima, descend to flight level 110.
Descending 110, Welling 6 Lima.
Lufthansa 624, speed 270 knots or greater.
270 knots or greater, Lufthansa 624.
Building 6 Lima for sequencing, reduce speed to 250 knots.
Reducing 250 knots, Welling 6 Lima.
That was not efficient what I just did. So many calls behind each other, but yeah, I wasn't watching. I wasn't planning in that case, so that's the correct word. So it's more reactive in that case. Easing out the traffic flow into Hanover. They could get closer, but why? Because the airspace is full anyway. So I just slowed down the last one to not get that close to the other air traffic. It's a trainee on the position, I think. No, it's not a trainee, sorry. Oh, is it training? No, I think it's training on Hanover today. So yeah. Help him with the traffic flow. Usually as a center controller, you just push them into the TMA.
Radar, 2-3 Golf Charlie.
They can separate on their own. 2-3 Golf Charlie, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 230. Always wondering about the flight level. Oh, that's valid. 230, they're not climbing higher. Where are they flashing? Oh, I see. Speedbird 6366, proceed direct Atmos.
Direct Atmos 6366.
Lufthansa 624, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
119er, decimal 490, Lufthansa 624, schönen Abend.
Oh, I didn't get that call sign. Jetjet Air. Jetjet Air with 303, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Proceed direct Robeck, descend to flight level 110.
Proceed direct to Robeck and descend level 110,
That
resolved. Could you please spell the waypoint for me with check 303?
303, proceed direct Robeck, Romeo, Oscar, Bravo, Echo, Golf.
Proceed direct to Robeck, check 303.
Ulink 6 Lima, turn right by 5 degrees.
Right by 5 degrees, Ulink.
Airchild 6508, contact Langenräder 133, decimal 815.
133815, Airchild 6508, danke für den Service. Ciao, ciao.
Interesting. This is going to be... Yeah, it's a little bit more traffic. Hopefully the mentor helps out. Yeah, he's online. I think he got connection issues just a couple of minutes ago. Not the best thing to happen as a trainee. Ulink 6 Lima, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490. Bye bye.
119er, 490, Ulink 6 Lima, thank you for that.
Beep, beep, beep. All the inbounds. And they will all crash on the frequency, I guess. All at the same time.
Good evening, Bremen Radar Wizard 24 Whiskey, passing 120, clamping 210, direct, not go.
Wizard 24 Whiskey, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 230. With a 2-4 Whiskey, Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Passing flight level 147, descending flight level 130.
For Whiskey 230.
Affirmative.
Good evening, we are
As I said.
actually at flight level 100.
Ryanair 130 Papa, Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb 230, Ryanair 130, Papa.
Lufthansa 8 Papa Alpha, Bremen radar identified, proceed direct Nienburg, November India Echo.
Proceed direct Nienburg, November India Echo, Lufthansa 8 Papa Alpha. Lufthansa 352, flight level 240.
Lufthansa 352 Lang Bremen radar identified. Expect descent in 3 minutes.
Lufthansa 352.
Yeah, because they're passing.
Radar good evening, frontier way, direct Marbeck finding, flight level 100 passing.
Air France 1 Juliet X-Ray Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 240.
That is level 240, it's not Juliet X-Ray.
Widget Air 303, contact Bremen radar 119er, decimal 490.
Bremen radar 119, decimal 490, 603.
Lufthansa 8 Papa Alpha, descent to flight level 110.
Descent to flight level 110, Lufthansa 8 Papa Alpha.
Echo route.
November Lima, flight level 220, passing Dilkam.
Übrigens 8 November Lima, Bremen radar Moin identified. Es sieht direkt Robeck.
Direkt Robeck, 8 November Lima.
Coordination request.
Speedbird 6366, proceed direkt Torpu. Speedbird 6366, proceed direkt Torpu. He's on the wrong frequency. Jet 3 Golf Charlie, contact Langenräder 133.815.
Langenräder on 133.815 for Jet 3 Golf Charlie. Thank you.
Bremen radar 6303, what happened?
Jet 303, contact Bremen radar 119er, decimal 490.
I already contacted them, Jet 303, 119 decimal 490.
Radar
We've
grid in
got
post
some audio
159er,
problems.
passing 7,000, climbing flight level 100.
Post 1659er, Bremen radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 240.
Flight level 240, post 1659er.
Bremen radar, can you hear me? For 6366.
Speedbird 6366, read you 5 now, proceed direkt Torpu.
Proceed direct Torpo 6366.
With a 24 Whiskey, climb to flight level 240.
Ground flight level 240 is 24 Whiskey.
Radar, Wedding 24 Charlie Mike, flight level 240.
Ja, kleinen Moment, gerade alles ein bisschen eng. Violink 24 Charlie Mike, Prime Radar identified. Übrigens 8 November Lima, descent to flight level 110.
Descending flight level 110, wings 8 November Lima.
Violink 24 Charlie Mike, for sequencing, turn left heading 320.
320, willing to fly.
Speedbird 6366, contact München Radar 133, decimal 230.
Contact on 133, decimal 230, for 6366, have a good day.
Ja, es passt nur leider alles gar nicht, ne, mit der Rheinedda, weil die fliegt jetzt gleich in den Langen rein.
France 1 to EDDH requesting flight decline.
First Lufthansa 352, descent to flight level 110, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Speedbird 109, waiting for information.
Lufthansa 352, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411, descent to flight level 110.
Direct Delta Whiskey 411 und descent 110, Lufthansa 352.
Speedbird 1909, Bremen Radar identified, climb to flight level 240.
109, time for
Ryanair 130 Papa, contact Langräder 133, decimal 815.
Bremen Radar, London Radar, sorry, 133, decimal 815, and standing by.
Wizz Air 24 Whiskey, contact Maastricht Radar 134, decimal 710. Ja, Leute hören nicht mehr zu.
Mal F6 Mike Romeo passing 8000.
Mal F6 Mike Romeo, Bremen Radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb 230, Mal F6 Mike Romeo.
German radar, France 1 to EDDH requesting flight decline.
Yeah, France 1, Juliet X-ray, we have something like airspace sectors. Now contact Langen Radar 136, decimal 480, bye-bye.
136 decimal 480, France 1 to EDDH, thank you, bye.
Lufthansa 8 Papa Alpha, contact Bremen Radar 119, decimal 490.
Bremen Radar 119, decimal 490, Lufthansa 8 Papa Alpha, danke, guten Abend.
Übrigens 8 November Lima, contact Bremen Radar 119, decimal 490.
119, 490, wings 8 November Lima, tschüss.
Violink 24 Charlie Mike, proceed direct Robeck, descent to flight level 110.
Direct Robeck and descending flight level 110, willing to Forscher Mike.
Wizz Air 24 Whiskey again, contact 134, decimal 710.
Wizz Air 24 Whiskey, contact 134710. Bye bye.
Speedbird 109 Air, what heading do I need to choose?
I didn't understand that. Postman 659er, proceed direct Warburg, Whiskey Romeo Bravo. Postman 659er, proceed direct Warburg, Whiskey Romeo Bravo. I think we've got audio problems again.
And direct Whiskey Romeo Bravo, Postman 659.
Or people are just not listening. That's maybe another problem. Speedbird 1909er, proceed direct Norco.
Speedbird 109er, proceed
Interesting.
In case if you had a flight level 100 and heading direct to Bascov, dealer policy.
Über 8 for Whiskey, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 180.
Thunder 180, Steve Whiskey.
So this one here is a problem. He's too slow. It's 777. Should be to Amsterdam. Short flight. Should be way faster. And now he's descending. Speedbird 1909er, you need to climb. Please climb to flight level 240.
The 1909er, climbing to
Postman 659er, contact Massig Radar 134.710.
134.710, Postman 659er.
Ulink 24 Charlie Mike, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
119.490, Ulink 24 Mike, good day.
Not sure what the Speedbird is doing. I'm trying to get him en route again.
Delta Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Romeo passing 69er climbing 100.
Delta Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Romeo Bremen Radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230, Delta Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Romeo.
Speedbird 8 for Whiskey, proceed direct Osnabrück, Oscar Sierra November.
6 Oscar Sierra November, Steve Whiskey.
Lufthansa 352, rate of descent 2,500 feet per minute or greater due to separation.
2,500 feet per minute or greater, Lufthansa 352.
Speedbird 1909er, contact Langen Radar 136.480. All new frequencies.
Can you repeat the frequency, please?
Über 1909er, contact Langen Radar 136.480.
1909er, contacting 136.480. Thank you very much.
Bremen Radar Osprey 163 Alpha descending to 250 inbound up park.
Osprey 163 Alpha, Bremen Radar Moin identified, descent to flight level 120.
Descent flight level 120 for Osprey 163.
Speedbird 8 for Whiskey, climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Steve Whiskey.
Now inbound. Hanover. From the south. A chain of 4. We will see. Go. Keine Ahnung. Ich habe da eine Höhe. Ach, der nach EDDW. Der muss Osnabrück schon runter sein. Irgendwie 120 oder sowas. 130. Sun Express for Mike Juliet. Bremen Radar identified. Proceed direct Robeck. Descent to flight level 110.
This is flight level 110 and direct Robeck. Sun Express for Mike Juliet.
Lufthansa 352, contact Bremen Radar 124.8, bye-bye.
Bremen 124.8, Lufthansa 352, danke, ciao.
Coordination accepted.
Speedbird 84 Whiskey, contact Langenräder
Coordination
134, decimal 710.
134.710. Bye-bye.
So he's the Slayer one. We need to look out for others traffic to Stuttgart this route.
Radar Ryanair 568 is at 9,000 feet, climbing 10,000 feet. Climbing flight level 100.
Ryanair 568, Bremen radar mine identified, climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Ryanair 568.
Malev 6 Mike Romeo, contact Langenräder 133, decimal 815.
Langenräder 133, decimal 815, Malev 6 Mike Romeo, choose.
Wow. Everything, left to right, up, down, top to bottom, whatever you want.
Bremen 1 Swiss 8 Alpha Quebec 240 inbound rollback.
Swiss 8 Alpha Quebec, Bremen radar identified. Might need to resequence the Ryanair, but we'll see. And I need to watch out. 230 is passing to 1,000 feet below them.
Flight level 187, descending 150.
Where was it? Yeah, above there. Rookie 52, Bremen radar identified, descent to flight level 110.
Descending 110, Rookie photo.
Bremen Tower, flight level 130.
Two stations, Finnair 74, Juliet, Bremen radar identified, descent to flight level 110.
Descent 110, Finnair 78.
Lufthansa Cargo 443, Bremen radar identified, maintain flight level 240, passing traffic. Lufthansa Cargo 443, maintain flight level 240, identified.
Maintain flight level 240, Cargo 443.
Hello, Nordic for problem of flight level 220.
Nordic for Papa Lima, Bremen radar mine identified. Lufthansa Cargo 443, what's the next waypoint you're flying?
Daisy.
Lufthansa 443, proceed direct Robeck.
Proceed direct Robeck, Lufthansa Cargo 443.
Lufthansa Express 4 Mike Juliet, contact Bremen radar 119, decimal 490. This was only static noise.
119, 490, Sun Express 4 Mike Juliet, ciao.
Swiss 8 Alpha Quebec, descent to flight level 110, rate of descent 2,500 feet per minute or greater due to separation.
Descending flight level 110, 2,500 feet per minute or greater, Swiss 8 Alpha Quebec.
For Lufthansa Cargo 443, can you spell the waypoint we should to proceed direct?
Lufthansa Cargo 443, descent to flight level 110, proceed direct Robeck, Romeo, Oscar, Bravo, Echo, Golf. Nabend, moin.
Silvertail 110 and Roger and Lufthansa Cargo 443.
Nordic for Papa Lima, descent to flight level 110.
Flight level 240.
Blocked.
Nordic for Papa Lima, descent to flight level 110.
110 Nordic for Papa Lima.
Osprey 163 Alpha, descent to flight level 110, contact Bremen radar 119, decimal 490.
119, 490, descent to 110, flight level 163.
Lang 90, Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, flight level 240.
Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, lang Bremen, radar identified. Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, descend to flight level 110, turn left heading 320.
Left 320, descend 110, Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima.
Finnair 74 Juliet, contact Bremen radar 119er, decimal 490.
Contact Bremen radar 119-490, goodbye, Finnair 74 Juliet.
Nordic 4 Papa Lima, descend now, flight level 110.
Descend now, 110, Nordic 4 Papa Lima.
Bremen radar, Lufthansa 4301, flight level 260, descend flight level 250.
Two stations first, Lufthansa 4301, identified, descend to flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Lufthansa 4301.
Actually, descend to flight level 140.
Okay, descend flight level 140, Lufthansa 4301.
Lufthansa 635, Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Lufthansa 635, good night.
Rookie 42, contact Bremen radar 119er, decimal 490.
119-490, Rookie 42, bye bye.
Ryanair 568, contact Maastricht radar 134, decimal 710.
Contact 134, decimal 710, Ryanair 568.
This was 8 Alpha Quebec, die contact Bremen radar 119er, decimal 490.
119er, decimal 490, Swiss 8 Alpha Quebec, bye bye.
Lufthansa Cargo 443, reduce speed 250 knots.
250 knots for Lufthansa Cargo 443.
Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, reduce speed 250 knots for sequencing.
Reduce speed 250 knots for sequencing, Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima.
Only 432, level 100, radar contact.
All Nippon 132, Bremen radar mine identified, climb to flight level 240.
240 for Nippon 132.
Go ahead. Ja, nehme ich so und versuch mal. Kriegt er den Waypoint hin wieder, oder? Ja, dann kann er nicht fliegen, weil er kann. Ja, aber er kann nicht mit Vektoren nach Frankreich fliegen.
And just to make sure, it's Gita 1 Zulu arrival
Okay.
to Hannover.
Er kriegt dann Warburg. Ja, gib ihm den mit Heading und er kriegt von mir dann Warburg. Please say again.
Is it Gita 1 Zulu arrival for Nordic 4 Papa Lima?
Nordic 1 for Papa Lima. Affirmative as you filed. But now proceed direct Robeck.
Proceed at Rubeg, Nordic 4 Papa Lima.
Lufthansa Cargo 443, contact Hannover 119er, decimal 490.
Hannover 119er, 490, Lufthansa Cargo 443, schönen Abend noch.
Delta Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Romeo, contact Langen Radar 133, decimal 815.
Coordination
Contact Langen
request.
133, decimal 815, Delta Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Romeo.
It's getting more traffic here. Lufthansa 4301, contact Langen Radar 136, decimal 480.
Contact Long Radar on 136, decimal 480, Lufthansa 4301, Dankeschön, ciao, ciao.
Nordic 4 Papa Lima, reduce speed 250 knots for sequencing. Contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490. Bye bye.
Contact Bremen Radar and reduce 250 for Nordic 4 Papa Lima.
Stormspotter, moin, hi. Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, proceed direct Robeck.
Rubeck, Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima.
So, just using some speeds and some delay vectors, I'll make it a little bit
Can you
easier
spell the waypoint for Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima?
in his flight plan. Oscar Cargo 68 Lima, Rubeck, Romeo Oscar Bravo, Echo Golf.
Roger, Rubeck, we just found it. Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, thank you.
Could I get the approach again for Nordic 4 Papa Lima?
Nordic 4 Papa Lima, contact Hannover approach 119er, decimal 490.
Thank you very much. 119490, Nordic 4 Papa Lima. Bye.
I sent him over, anyway. They are all called Bremen Radar. It's not a center after all. Also the TMAs are called Bremen Radar. Passt das euch so mit der Kette? Ich habe das versucht ein bisschen aufzusplitten. Viel Erfolg. Hannover has some traffic right now, and trainee is overworked, so we'll try to help him a little bit. Air Nippon 132, contact Langen Radar 136, decimal 480.
136, decimal, repeat please, say again.
136, decimal 480.
136, decimal 480, only for 132.
I come in the spirit of Air Force Proud 95, whatever that is. I don't recognize that name, but yeah.
Bremen Radar, moin.
Welcome.
Air Force 283 with you, heading 160 and climbing flight level 100.
Air Force 283, Bremen Radar identified, turn right heading 230, climb to flight level 230.
Right heading 230 and flight level 230. Air France 283.
Yeah. That's not the valid route here. Hopefully we get him back on route at Warburg. Osaka 68 Lima, contact Bremen Radar 119er, decimal 490.
Bremen 119er 490, Lufthansa Cargo 68 Lima, vielen Dank, ciao.
Hannover is full right now. Now let's see. We'll get him another exit level.
Coordination accepted.
So you can climb through the 100 in that case. Oh, now the speeder is already coming. Okay. Didn't expect that. Air France 283, proceed direct Warburg. Whiskey Romeo Bravo.
Direct Warburg. Air France 283.
Bremen Radar, guten Abend, Lufthansa 39er Echo, flight level 220 inbound, Nimet.
Lufthansa 39er Echo, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Naja.
Good evening, Speedbird 33 Charlie, approaching Nürburg at flight level 92.
Speedbird 33 Charlie, Bremen Radar, moin, identified. Climb to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Speedbird 33 Charlie.
Bremen Moin, Condor 7 Zulu Romeo, passing flight level 70, climbing flight level 170.
Condor 7 Zulu Romeo Bremen Radar Moin identified. Air Force 283 stop climb flight level 210.
Only flight level 210, Air Force 283.
Moin, Lukas. Yeah, hi, Lukas. I wish I understood flying better. I have very rudimentary understanding. Oh, yeah, well, you're watching tags here anyway now. But it's a fun hobby.
Coordination request.
It's a lot to learn, but if you're into simulators and all that stuff, this is quite a nice hobby. And if you like to learn anyway, then this might be the thing for you to look into. It's always learning. Condor 7 Zulu Romeo, due to separation, stop climb flight level 130.
Stopping climb flight level 130, Condor 7 Zulu Romeo.
Are you a real air traffic controller? No, I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I look old enough for it, but no, I'm not. Go. Ja, Radar Contact. Ja, aber jetzt, sonst macht den mal 110 und schickt den nach Hannover.
Bremen Radar, Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha, flight level 200.
Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha, Bremen Radar identified. Tag is dropped, kannst du assume. Ei. Condor 7 Zulu Romeo, climb to flight level 230.
Climbing flight level 230, Condor 7 Zulu Romeo.
So it's Maastricht Radar and then it's Aller again, I think. Oh dear, I don't care. Speedbird 33 Charlie, contact Langenräder 136.480.
Can you say again? You got steps on Speedbird 33 Charlie.
Speedbird 33 Charlie, contact Langenräder 136.480.
Langen on 136.480, Speedbird 33 Charlie, connect.
Air Force 283, contact Langenräder 133.815.
Langenräder on 133.185. Bye bye, Air Force 283.
Negative 133.815.
133.815, yes. Air Force 283.
Lufthansa 635, contact Langenräder 133.815.
133.815.
Hi, that's right. Hey, nice. When is the big day?
Guten Abend, Lufthansa 6 Mike Charlie, flight level 100.
Lufthansa 6 Mike Charlie, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climbing 230, Lufthansa 6 Mike Charlie.
Lufthansa 39 Echo proceed, direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Direct Delta Whiskey 411, Lufthansa 39 Echo.
Oh, Leng is closing. What did I send? I didn't get it. Wait. Ah, okay. I think he dropped it or refused it without the attention to do so. So you know each other? That's nice. Cool. It's a small world after all, isn't it? And Vatsim is a lot smaller as well. And I love it. Yeah, feel free.
Bremen of the Fox, passing level 65 for level 100, Nienburg to Mike.
So 8 Mike Foxtrot, Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 240.
Climbing level 240 from the Fox.
Harz hört. Nochmal, wo ist der Flieger? Ich weiß nicht, wen du meinst. Ja, Kratzereien ist jetzt voll drin, ne? Aber ist released. Deswegen geht die Route da oben rum. Alles gut. Alles gut.
Bremen, what are good day, Lufthansa 150 with you, flight level 180.
Lufthansa 150, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Direct to Delta Whiskey 411, Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha.
Lufthansa 150, proceed direct Robeck.
Direct Rubeck for Lufthansa 150.
Mr. Zodiac, moin. Danke. 72 Monate. Das ist irgendwie, yeah. What's that? 60 months?
Good evening, Sleeper 9290.
6 years.
Flight level 100,
Wow.
proceeding direct Advog.
Sleeper 929, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Climb to flight level 240.
12240, Sleeper 9290.
Lufthansa 6 Mike Charlie, contact München Radar 133, decimal 230, bye-bye.
133230, Lufthansa 6 Mike Charlie. Bye.
Nice. Which position is this? This is Harz, Bremen radar in the north of Germany. The southern one of our two. Looking here is Hanover, Bremen, Hamburg is up here. So this is our event sector right now. For Bremen Hanover event on the Sunday evening. That's what I'm controlling right now. So a lot of crossing, climbing, and descending traffic out of these two those two airports.
Inbound, Alexa.
Oh, what was that? Last station, confirm your call sign.
Sunrock 405.
Sunrock 405, Bremen radar identified. Lufthansa 39 Echo, descent to flight level 110.
Descent to flight level 110, Lufthansa 39 Echo.
Radar, Sunrock 405. Do you think I will be able to make it in time before the event ends?
Yeah, this is Bremen radar. We are not closing at the point, so no worries.
Copy, thank you.
It's not Maastricht, it's Bremen radar lower airspace. It's only up to flight level 245. My colleague is controlling Maastricht Solling above mine. So that's 245 up. In this area here is Maastricht radar Solling. And I'm only doing the lower airspace for all the departures and arrivals to the airports here, Bremen and Hanover. Which is more than enough because every plane feels like 3 or 4 airplanes. A lot of concentration and looking at the routes and climbs and descents and all this stuff. Ooh. Lufthansa 8 Mike Foxtrot, contact Maastricht radar 134.710.
Maastricht 134.710, Lufthansa 8 Mike Foxtrot, danke, ciao.
You have a PPL? No, I don't even have a medical. Sorry. Cynic old man. Ryanair 185, Bremen radar identified, descent to flight level 110.
Flight level 110, Ryanair 185.
Lufthansa 150, descent to flight level 110.
Descent 110 for Lufthansa 150.
Samrock 405, proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411.
Proceed direct Delta Whiskey 411, Samrock 405.
I always wanted to try out flying on Vatsim. Do you have an event catering for new players? Yes, there are actually all over the world. They're called wow, First Wing events. Visit 2637 Bremen Radar Moin identified. Climb to flight level 240.
Climbing through 240. Thank you.
Euroscope using brackets means it's a CPDLC. So they are on the CPDLC system for upper airspace. Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha, descent to flight level 110. Rate of descent 2000 feet per minute or greater due to separation.
Flight level 110, rate of descent 2000. Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha.
Condor 7 Zulu Romeo, contact Langen Radar 133.815.
Contacting Langen Radar 133.815 for Condor 7 Zulu Romeo. Danke, ciao.
Schönen Abend, Lufthansa 2105, passing flight level 85, climbing flight level 100, inbound Powell.
Lufthansa 2105, Bremen Radar Moin identified, climb to flight level 230.
Climbing flight level 230, Lufthansa 2105.
Bremen Radar, hello, Ewings 87, Papa flight level 240, passing Elom.
Ewings 87, Papa, Bremen Radar Moin identified. Need to watch out before these two. Like, this one got a raid, he's climbing very good, so should be okay. Speedbird 929er, contact Langen Radar 136.480.
136.480, Speedbird 929er, thank you, good evening.
Ryanair 185, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
119er, 490 for Ryanair 15, thank you, please.
Number 405, I will be away for a couple of minutes.
That's not possible in this airspace. Descent now to flight level 110.
Okay, fine, I'll just stay then. It's fine. Thank you.
With a 2637, proceed direct Reckon, Romeo Kilo November.
Back to Romeo Kilo November with active.
Lufthansa 39 Echo, contact Bremen Radar 124.8.
124.8, schönen Abend, Lufthansa 39 Echo.
And Samrock 405, descent now to flight level 110. Samrock 405, Bremen Radar. If he's now going AFK, I'm calling the supervisor. Samrock 405, Bremen Radar. Lufthansa 150, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
Bremen Radar on 119.490. Thank you for control. Good day, Lufthansa 150.
Lufthansa 256 passing 8,000 feet.
Lufthansa 256, Bremen Radar, Moin identified, climb to flight level 230.
230, Lufthansa 256.
Übrigens 87 Papa, descend to flight level 110, proceed direct Robeck.
Descending 110 and direct Robeck, Hearing is 87 Papa.
Samrock 405, Bremen Radar.
Samrock 405, Bremen Radar, Entschuldigung.
Yes, so please descend now, flight level 110, expedite descent.
110, expedite descent, Samrock 405.
With a 2637, Bremen Radar, contact Langen Radar 136.480. Ja, Langen first. Radar contact. Ja, einfach direkt Nienburg. Was brauchst du? 180. Visitor 2637, contact Langen Radar 136.480. People are not listening.
Coordination request.
136.480.
136.480. Thank you, bye-bye.
Lufthansa 1 Whiskey Alpha, contact Bremen Radar 124.8. It's so simple, please.
124.8.
Get a pen, get some paper, or whatever, because you need to jot down numbers right very quickly. It's not possible otherwise. Lufthansa 2 Echo Lima Bremen Radar identified. Climb to flight level 230. Final cruise level.
230, final cruising altitude, Lufthansa 2 Echo Lima.
Bremen Radar, Eurowings to Echo for Travel 240.
Eurowings to Echo, Bremen Radar, Moin identified. Proceed direct Robeck, descend to flight level 110.
Proceed direct Robeck, descend to Patamo 110, Eurowings to Echo.
Lufthansa 2105, contact München Radar 133.230. What's that for a route? It's not even... Huh? Ja, now go, sorry. Roger, danke. Ich habe keine Ahnung, aber ich will dir nicht, dass der da links, rechts genau in meinen anderen Verkehr reinfliegt. Probieren wir mal, oder?
Coordination accepted.
Ja, ja. Probier mal. Lufthansa 256, contact Maastricht Radar 134.710. Proceed direct DMAP.
Direct DMAP, then contact 134.340, Lufthansa 256.
Ja, tschüss. Lufthansa 2105, contact München Radar 133.230.
München Radar 133.230, Lufthansa 2105. Danke.
Samruck 405, contact Bremen Radar 124.8.
134.8 from Rock 405.
Bremen Radar, Eurowings to Echo, request star clearance.
Eurowings to Echo, no, you got it direct. Hi!
Roger, Eurowings to Echo.
Bremen Radar, einen wunderschönen guten Abend, Eurowings 3 Lima Oscar, Flight Level 860, climbing 100.
Eurowings 3 Lima Oscar, Bremen Radar 1 identified. Climb to flight level 230, final cruise level.
Climb Flight Level 230, final cruise level, Eurowings 3 Lima Oscar.
Eurowings.
Was the frequency 134.340 for Lufthansa 256?
Negative, Lufthansa 256, 134.710.
Apologies, 134710, Lufthansa 256.
Eurowings 87 Papa, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
0 at L not.
Okay, early handoffs.
119.490, Eurowings 87 Papa, ciao.
Under 1 Mike Alpha, Bremen Radar 1 identified. Oh, okay. Flying in Russia and you'll be familiar with all procedures in a very short time. Oh, I see. I don't know. I never flew in Russia. Controllers in Europe seem to get mad quickly. No, not really. But if you're flying in the busy prime time and we are at the end of our capacity anyway, then we're not getting mad, but very direct.
212 with you, descending through flight level
Just fly
195 for flight level 180.
Just fly in slower times and don't fly to Frankfurt. Lufthansa 212, Bremen Radar 1 identified, descend to flight level 110.
112, Lufthansa 212.
Looking good. Von der 1 Mike Alpha proceed direkt Robeck.
Direct to Robeck, Condor 1 Mike Alpha.
Have you ever had a situation where a pilot had to use an engine out sit? We don't have engine out sits. So standard instrumental departures for an engine out? No. Got a lot of emergencies, of course. And also while climbing in on their sit, usually they want to return then in that case. So they get vectors and back to the airport. Lufthansa 212, contact Bremen Radar 119.490. Bye-bye.
199.490, thank you.
Eurowings to Echo, contact Bremen Radar 119.490.
Bremen 119.490, Eurowings to Echo.
Bremen Radar, hello, Condor 1, Olivia, inbound Sierra Alpha Sierra on 10,000 feet.
Condor 19 Lima, Bremen Radar 1 identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Condor
Yeah,
1 Lima.
I'm not providing military services at all. So I'm not educated in it and I just have a little rudimentary knowledge about it. So sometimes I've got military airports in my vicinity, which I need to control, but I only provide normal commercial service there. So we are not, we can provide military service if we have the knowledge for that. But I don't, because that's not just my matter. It's not nothing I anticipate.
Further descent.
Condor 1 Mike Alpha, descent to flight level 110.
Descending to flight level 110, Condor 1 Mike Alpha.
Today was bad with voice on Vatsim. Yes, it was. And we even had the event start in that problem. We had, for like 15-20 minutes, we had to revert back to text, and it was not fun at all. Let me see. He's turning there. Okay. Oh, well. Yeah, sitzt gerade. I'm sitting straight. Sorry, didn't see that. Harz hört. Radar Contact. Ja. Delta Whiskey 411. Kilo Victor. Does Vatsim have updated ARIX or that requires Navigraph? Vatsim always needs to be on the current Navigraph ARIC, yes. Code of conduct even gives you that. So you always need the newest ARIC cycle, otherwise you can't work with us. Because you might have old procedures or old routes which will conflict with all the other traffic.
Radar Condor 9991, good evening.
Condor 9991, Bremen radar identified, climb to flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Condor 9991.
Yeah, so we've got, as Daniel said, we had really bad voice connections, and this is happening for a couple of days now. So hopefully it's not getting that bad like a couple of years ago, where every Sunday it was a nightmare. Well, yeah, traffic is raking up, a lot of connections, and the problems occurred today at 2,600 connections plus. And yeah, after it was 2,400 connections again, as some people disconnected, it was getting better again. So to Echo Lima Monitor Advisory 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, have a great one, stand at door for Lima.
Are most of Vatsim controllers in real life? No, actually not. But some of the Vatsim controllers are real life controllers. So it's the other way around. I'm really impressed by the good level of controllers on the network. That's because we're doing a lot of mandatory training before we are allowed to control. As being a pilot, you just, I think you have a multiple choice test of like 10 questions or something, and then you can fly and learn on the network, which I didn't really support as well, because it takes us years to get our ratings. Being a center controller usually takes 2 years. Just think about it. Yeah, that's a serious hobby we're doing here. As a controller, we really try to provide as real as it gets, because it's fun. It's really fun. It's a logic puzzle. We really try to do our best to be even more after the books than real life, because our pilots are not trained, which means I need to be as correct as possible to not get in trouble. Eine Minute, ja, der kriegst du.
Ja, sonst wird's eng bei der Landung.
That's good. Übrigens, 3 Lima Oscar, Monitor Advisory 122.8, bye-bye.
Advisory 122.8, Eurowings 3 Lima Oscar. Vielen Dank, gute Nacht.
Okay. Hello, just finished my first ATC session on Vatsim, SS1. Nice, lyrics. Where do you control? Which airport did you do your first session? Always nice to see new controllers. And at least 2 years if you can start training immediately. Yes, sorry, I was only talking about the tower approach center plus waiting time. Yeah. For me, it's rather going into 4 years. Oh, I see. One Mike Alpha, thank you. Contact Hannover approach 119.490.
119.490,
Oui.
Condor 1 Mike Alpha.
Serious adult stuff. Freust du dich denn auch wie so ein richtiger Erwachsener? Mhm. Ei. I think your Discord link is expired. Is it? Oh, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be. So, EKBI. Billund, isn't it? Yeah, nice. Danish controllers here in the chat. Big Worm, just here to drop my sub. Good night, everyone. Ah, Big Worm, thank you, man, very much for that. Number 9 Lima Monitor Advisory 122.8. Bye-bye.
Rüber zu Unicom, Condor 1 Lima, danke, schönen Abend.
Danke, Big Worm. Member for 28 months. Yes, you're one of the first, or even the first supporter on YouTube. When I ask for my Twitch subscribers if they would like to switch over to YouTube, which would be cool. Yeah, choose. How long does it take to become a controller? It depends. Depends. Sorry, can't say anymore. Ja, Handwerker halt. Und die kommen um 12. Clones. So starting your endeavor as a controller might only take maybe 1-2 months of waiting time, depending on the system of the country you want to control. For example, in Germany, there's a non-mentor step to being an S1 ground controller, which is all self-study with some lessons. But you will be separated into only a few airports you can control to practice all the stuff. And then the waiting time starts for the real ratings S2 for tower, which may lead to 6 to 12 months of waiting time. And in other countries, this is the first step, a waiting time of a couple of months before training starts. It's all free. So we are not doing this for monetary gain. We are doing this to help you get the rating to control with us on Hobby Network, and yeah, that's what it is. A lot of controllers want the rating, but we are not so many people. Nordic 2 Charlie Alpha, Bremen radar in the lower airspace only, monitor advisory 122.8.
Unicom 122.8, Nordic 2 Charlie.
From the 9991 monitor advisory 122.8, bye-bye. I guess we will stop patrolling right
Over to
in a couple of
Unicom,
minutes.
Condor 991, dankeschön.
There's so much traffic there. Good questions here. Lufthansa 4 Yankee Victor, Bremen radar Moin identified, descent to flight level 110.
Level 110, stand for Victor.
Yeah. Good night, Big One. See ya. Do you do share cockpit? I'm searching for someone real flights. No, I'm actually not doing share cockpit. Got a couple of bad experiences with that. Not with the pilots, but with the simulator. And it wasn't that much of a fun for me. Instead of making the age requirement higher, they should remain as it is. Yeah, that's a controversial topic. And then make the quiz way harder. They should even make a rating, I think, but yeah, there's just no capacity for that. I think there are a lot more possibilities to get the problematic people to do more training. I mean, there are so many others who over-prepare and don't want to talk on frequency and get anxiety and all that stuff. And the people making the problems on the networks are the YOLO guys. It's mostly younger folks just going on the network and flying this as a multiplayer game. And that makes a problem for everyone else. I'm sorry, that's what it is. And I wish there was a way to better teach them. As we, as a controllers, need to learn a lot to even say hello on the frequency. Genuine question, what are some things you think pilots should do/stop doing to enhance the experience of Vatsim? Oh, that's a simple one. listen to the frequency. Don't watch Netflix, YouTube, or speak with your friends on Discord all the time. And respect your level of knowledge with the route and airports you are flying to. As a beginner, it's not a good way to fly into the Frankfurt event on Friday evenings. Doesn't make sense. Don't fly to Gatwick. Don't fly to Heathrow. If you're not experienced enough to fly your airplane on the spot, on the point, on the time, with speeds, altitudes, vectors, with everything. Because otherwise, you're disrupting the whole experience for everyone else. Flying to low traffic airports is so much more rewarding as a beginner, because you're flying to an airport or to controllers in an airspace where there's not so much traffic. They can either help you, or in another case even are happy to have some traffic. While I guess in Hamburg Thursday, we are over capacity anyway, and you're flying into an holding and all that stuff. So it would be rather be happy if you just fly to another airport in that case. So that's what I wish. Ja, tschüss, gute Nacht. That's what I wish for newer pilots to get their level of knowledge to their actions. But for that, you need to know it. That's even the problem. Ja, noch mal ein paar Minuten.
Brian Hadar, good evening. Your winds 8046, passing track level 280, climbing to track level 320 in Berlin. Again.
Jungs, 8046, monitor advisory, 122.8, I'm only low airspace.
Advisory 122.8, your winds 8046.
Bitte, nochmal. Ja, kommt nicht in meinen Sektor. Ich bin lower airspace only. Ja, ich mache jetzt nur Event-Traffic. Alles. Ich gehe auch bald raus. So, that was a lot of text from me. I think this is a good topic for an FAQ session without controlling. I feel like reading some of these questions, I could talk like 30 minutes. That's the passion in me about Vatsim. It's not to exclude anyone, but to get all people together and yeah, not disrupting the experience of everyone else. So, is it for controllers annoying when there's a pilot, especially during approaches and taxiing phases, need controllers to say again? No, it's not a problem. That's what you're supposed to do. Please never assume something. If you're not sure what the controller wants from you, say so. Please say again. Or even, I didn't understand, please rephrase, or please say, please give me other instructions, or whatever. Because sometimes it just happens that you don't know about a procedure. Please be honest. Please be absolutely honest and say that you don't know what you're supposed to do now. In that case, we can help you. If you just say nothing and try to repeat the question because you don't want to seem like a failure, then the problems occur, because we cannot react on the problems you are then producing, because we need to watch you in that case, and it's done in that case. But if you beforehand say, I didn't understand that, or please say again, or whatever, then controllers might say it slower, say it in a different or easier way, or even resequence you and give you another opinion or option. That's all that stuff. It just depends on communication. Lufthansa for Yankee Victor, contact Bremen Radar 124.8.
24.8, 24 Victor.
Oh, stream is buffering now at the end. Don't watch Netflix or talk with your friends while on the network. Meanwhile, you're controlling and responding to our message. Yes, Dev Banana. but I'm absolutely I know that I'm losing my concentration in that case. I know how to split that in that case and listen to everything else. And if you're watching me reacting to the chat is always in a phase where I can do that. I guess I have a lot of experience in that case of splitting that. But I'm not assuming you're able to do that as a pilot. But yeah, I'm of course doing a stream while controlling always means I have not the maximum amount of concentration on my scope. It's that what it is. We are not able to multitask. So it's always context switching, reading the chat, answering, and then even me as a non-native English speaker, I need to think about what I'm talking. It doesn't seem like it, I know. I'm reading a lot of gibberish and stupid stuff all the time. I'm always saying stupid stuff, I know. But sometimes I need to think about the words. I mean, I'm the German after all, eh? You know, yeah. That's what it is. So I'm losing approximately 25 to 40% for now. At the beginning, it was half, 50%, 50%. But within the years, it's getting better. I'm streaming ADCs since I've got my S2 rating. And that's a tip for anyone streaming ATC as well. Please get this from me as the head mentor of our German Northern Division. Please do not stream as long as you are training. I know you want to do that and I can understand it, but it doesn't help you. Not at all. If you like to stream, do it with a rating. If you're in a training phase for the next rating, please don't stream that. You need to concentrate 150% on your own. Get the most out of your mentor sessions. Of course, you're not streaming then. But if you're on the solo or anyone else, you need to self-study a lot and concentrate a lot more. You need to learn a lot of new things. Please don't stream that. And all the S1 controllers in Germany stuffing their iPods, I really don't think it helps them. They should concentrate really on learning everything for the next step. You have so much time later on when you've got your rating. But yeah, maybe that's a hot take. Did you have problems with the voice server earlier? Yes, I had. Yeah, I think it's what's the whole network. I didn't see a broadcast message like yesterday, but it was worldwide, I think. Ja, Harz hört. Ja, Radar Contact. Ja, ist Release, kannst du dir direkt holen. Actually, I'm not controlling anymore. I'm talking with you today. So let's get out. I think there's no traffic coming anywhere. Old station. Bremen radar is closing. Monitor advisory 122.8. Bye-bye. So we can still talk. Maybe we have a couple of minutes of talk here. Let's see. Looking for Hannover und Friesland für Harz. You're closing. So that's it. I'm off. Was a nice event. Was nice traffic. Not too much. but a lot of complicated climbs and descents and crossings and all this stuff. You saw that, and I needed to sequence a little bit into Hanover, even though I usually, as a center controller, don't have to do that. That's the work of a Team A controller. They've got slow and low traffic, and they can maneuver way better than a center controller. But of course, I had the capacity of just doing the lower airspace controlling. That's why it's really good to split that at an upper and lower on an event. I had the capacity to really sequence them in a lot better than just pushing them all on one waypoint, huh? Don't I? So. Omarin, yeah, that's the good attitude. I always want to do my best to not disrupt experience of other players. That's a good, wise move in real life as well. Not only in the simulator. But I have some difficulties with immediate memory and multitasking. Yeah, we all do have. Let me tell you a secret, which is not really a secret. I'm very bad at context switching. You maybe know this phenomenon. Leaving, you know you want to do something. You leave the room to the next room, and in the next room, you totally forgot what you wanted to do. Usually happens if I want to jot something down or note something. I'm standing in the kitchen, and comes to my mind, oh, I need this and this and this from IKEA. I will note it down on my to-do list on my mobile when I get up, into my computer room here. So I go upstairs, go in my room, sit down, and never think about it again. Until I'm in the kitchen. It's just stupid, but that's it. So multitasking and immediate memory, yeah, it's problematic. But for Vatsim, Omari, what helps a lot is getting a pen and getting paper. Have something to note down all the time. You should be able, if you get a frequency or something, just jot it down. Just write it down as soon as possible. Even if it's just one thing. Because sometimes you just can't remember it. Like 5 seconds later. And remembering numbers, and so many numbers all the time on Vatsim, please write it down. It helps a lot. Oh, there it is. It is a great way to use a sheet of paper or write things down in FMC. Yes, I know people are using the FMC as scratchpad as well, but in my experience, it takes a lot longer than just having good old pen and paper next to it. Definitely on which waiting list are you right now? I mean, with C1, do you still have golds left? Do you want to reach? You're asking me? I'm not on any waiting list. Not that I'm aware of. And I can't really learn anything. I'm a C1 center en route controller. I'm even an instructor 1 rating. So only 12 people in Germany are allowed to have an I1 rating. Nothing more to get. Yes, I could do C3 rating. But this is only a prestige level for people having service in the staff of their VACC for a couple of years. And yeah, it's nothing I really want to do. That doesn't change anything. The only thing I can do, or I can use waiting lists for, are endorsements for guests visiting. So I'm not allowed, for example, to control the Munich approach because I don't have an endorsement yet for it. I'm on the waiting list for this endorsement, but yeah, we all don't have capacities as controllers and mentors. And yeah, I would like to control in other countries, but that's the same thing. I mean, if I now get on a waiting list, if I even can, of Vatsim Scandinavia, was always a couple of years waiting time, isn't it? Omarin, do you think the Riga event is a good one for a beginner? I think as a beginner, you don't need to fly in events because the network is staffed that well, even on non-event days, that you can fly in a lot of destinations just at the regular times. And if there are only 3 airplanes there, then it's even better for you because you have a lot more time to react and controllers can help with you. But for the first events to fly, yeah, maybe Riga on a Friday evening might be interesting. Maybe start with the departure out of an event to a non-event airport. For example, start at Riga and fly to some airport in Sweden or whatever. I don't know. But don't take just the biggest ones online. Take a smaller airport who's online. Maybe Göteborg or something. Helps a lot. And it's step by step. Being more confident, then try more. Speed on track is in Lufthansa approaching you? I don't know. I do not want to get into a romantic situation with the Lufthansa. I'm not sorry. It's not approaching me. I'm sorry. I'm not online anymore. This is just the radar scope with no traffic anymore. I'm disconnected right now. We're just talking now, which is fun as well. Yeah, no worries, Pete. So the event ended 30 minutes ago, and that's why. Raptor, I feel vectors are generally easier than setting up a new ILS. Yeah, just practice it. I mean, setting up a new ILS, for example, if you fly to bigger airports who have 2 ILS, like 2 runways, and the director might switch to another ILS, you really need to practice to either, if your airplane is capable of that, having a second flight plan to switch, or just the manual way, looking down to the FMC, get into the approach, and just, it's 5 clicks, and get the other ILS to work. That's something you can practice offline, switching ILS frequencies. That's something you should learn on the network. But yeah, always expect vectors anyway. But it doesn't, if you need to know your ILS, you need to change it anyway. As a new controller, a couple of new people come in quite late night when it's very calm, so you can really take your time with them. Yes, usually even newer pilots look out for newer controllers so they can learn together. I mean, a learning network means being respectful to each other, and a new controller on a small airport really wants some slow traffic to learn first. And so newbies should fly there because they can just learn the stuff together. As I said, please don't fly to Frankfurt. They don't have the time for that. Good evening. What headset are you using, please? Oh, MMX 300, I think. Yes, MMX 300. It's a Biodynamics. That's a studio headset in that case. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's so good in quality. That's a nice question. Are you controlling in real life too? I get that question often. That means for me, usually, I do something right. But no, I'm not a real life controller. I'm just converting coffee to source code. That's my day job. Yeah, but I'm really bad at setting up ILS. Also, it's a 5060 Ti fine for MSFS. Okay. Don't really understand that, but yeah. I mean, that's just something you need to learn. Just practice this offline because it's one of the things you are expected to do. I mean, you might be able to get away with a visual approach, but like flying in the winter time, like it's now in Europe, you often then have the visual reference to the airport. You need an ILS or an RMP or something like that. You just need to get under the clouds. So, There's no other way you can do that. That's the way. Try to fly the airplane and not the airplane flying you. I recommend Aalborg Airport in Denmark. Aalborg and Billund are new controller airports, don't they? They're educating. How is it working in Denmark? Do they start their practice in the smaller airport and then switch to Copenhagen, or do you get your ratings in these in Aalborg and Billund, and then get an endorsement for Copenhagen? Raptor, I barely made the 16H barrier anyway for Vatsim. Yeah, welcome. I do have some experience and I only really fly long haul. Surprisingly, because I can sleep halfway through. But yeah, you cannot. Problem is, if you're flying a long haul and you go to sleep, you need to be on frequency. I mean, then you need to log out anyway. You cannot fly on the network. Because if you're flying then you need to get in contact within the first 15 minutes of a contact me. Otherwise, you can get disconnected and you could get problems with supervisors. So flying a long haul, yes, you can fly on Unicom and you can go to sleep or whatever, but that's not the way to fly on Vatsim. That doesn't make sense. You need to disconnect, and when you get up again, you can look if you're still flying on Unicom and then log in to the network again. If you're under control in that area where you're flying, you should maybe get online as an observer. There's an observer mode, and chat to the center controller wherever you are there and ask if you can log in to that position where you are right now. How long have you been on Vatsim? If you're asking me, it's about 6 years, I think. Yeah. 2019. Time flies. Wow. In Belgium, the S1s can do all regionals, then need an endorsement for Brussels. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. That's cool. Yeah, in Germany, it's only a couple of airports where they can use their S1. So it's a theory-only roster, which means they're limited to some minor airports. But they can also staff the tower there. In that case. That's something special, but it's working out quite nicely. On the Atlantic, I never had any problems sleeping for a bit, waking up and going back again. Yeah, if you can time it right, yes, okay. But nevertheless, code of conduct on Vatsim means if you're under control, you should be at your cockpit, don't you? But you always have the possibility to just disconnect in the time you're not at your computer. That's what you should do in that case. And log in back if you're on your place again. And if you're not able to do that, please don't do long-haul flights, really. I mean, why are you flying on Vatsim anyway, in that case? When you get your S1 rating, you can control Billund and Aalborg. Also the tower or only ground? And then you can get Copenhagen endorsements, I believe. I have not looked at much into it. Yeah, I don't know. Where are you doing your controller practical tests? Are they all in Copenhagen, or is this a step from there to there, or do you get the controller practical S2 ratings at the smaller airport? Anyway, if it's not too much of a hassle, how do you become controller for like Brussels, for example? What do you mean? Yeah, you need to look out for the country where you want to control it. Usually it's the country you live in, because native speaking and all that stuff, it just helps a lot. And then there's a procedure. And every country has the possibility to set up these steps in their own way. So it just depends. Ah, Billund and Aalborg only have towers in approach. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Nice. So you're also using this as an S1 rating, which is only the ground rating concerning GCAP, but you're using this as special tower endorsements as well. That's nice. Yeah, Romarin, that's a nice one, yeah. Invite him and switch seats and all this stuff, yeah. That's as real as it gets. I mean, long haul flight pilots are sleeping as well, but they are not alone. Okay, guys, this was fun, and I absolutely love talking without controlling this matter. Maybe we should do an FAQ or something. If you're not following me right now, please leave me a follow so you know when I'm online again. And yeah, I hope you had some fun. Have a nice evening. Have a nice work week. See you soon. Bye-bye. Need to get something to eat now. I forgot that. So, bye-bye.